next segment. So we have to do the tracks we did last time all over again, except in reverse. So I think Tahiti's next. So I actually think let's drive 206. Just get it over with. Yeah, I never liked this car as a kid, and I still don't think it's the best looking car, but you know, I respect it for being successful in rally. So let's do our usual, slap a turbo. That one gives it a lot of power. And yeah, next up is Tahiti Rally 2, which is basically the same thing as last week, except in reverse. So every track we just played, we gotta do it all over again. So yeah, we're probably only gonna get through 2 or 3 events. I plan to go to like 12 p.m., which is like an hour and a half from now. So that's like, yeah, 3 events to go today, unless I can suddenly blaze through all the events. But, you know, I have stuff to do today. Anyway, this thing gets a nice 300 horsepower, not 299. Look at that, we're driving against the Escort, what we just drove. And back to the 2, 3, and 5 lap format. So there we go. Asphalt 10, you do have a point. The Asphalt 10 will probably be the best when it first releases, so that'd be the time to play it. But the way I'd probably experience it is I'd play, you know, the first 2 hours before it gets really grindy and then stop. You know, drive every track, drive the cars I can drive, and then be done with it. Don't go for that Ferrari, or don't go for that Bugatti or Koenigsegg, you know, just stop. Distance, yeah, Distance is a really fun game. So what's your favorite car? Yours is the SLR McLaren. Is this favorite car overall or favorite car in like a game? Because my answers are different for every, you know, scenario. My dream car overall is the Ferrari F355 Berlinetta. Yeah, the music is great. It's such a unique soundtrack, or OST rather. So we're just chugging along. This car is pretty quiet. Pretty much only hear the tires. Was the new Nissan GTR announced? I have no idea. Like the R36, there's another R35 variant. Favorite car overall, yeah, 355. And then, in terms of race cars, I'd say the Mazda 787V. One of my favorite vehicles of all time. And it's definitely one of the most iconic race cars ever. Big jump. I'm wondering if on race 2 we should not use the turbo and just try to see what we can do stock. Oh, race 1's done. Nice and short. You wanna see my reaction? What am I gonna do? A whoa face? No. No. What, do you want to see me laugh at it? I've done that enough. Want me to do the two-hand, oh my god, thumbnail shot for that when I'm opening it up and see it? No, the game's, you know what's gonna happen? The game's gonna lag, the game's gonna crash, I'm gonna see something incredibly depressing that they removed, and I'm gonna load up a race and you guys are gonna see 3 frames per second, just like last time. So, yeah. So you know what? Let's try this, since I'm bored and we've been blazing through Rally League. Let's try this without the turbo. It's only 3 laps, so let's see what we can do. We did it once before. Obviously the escort's gonna be faster, but let's see. Do the pog face. I already did that. You guys have a emoji on Discord for that. Eugene, welcome. How's life? It's going pretty chill. You know, just playing some games, grinding, you know, during the week. So yeah, the escort's gonna be so much faster down the straight. Whoa, that was a jump. That's the money shot. So basically he's going to be faster in this section, then we got to take him in the corners. Stop sign. Get as close as well as we can. I'm pretty sure we touched the inside, but oh well. Lap 1's gone pretty well. But yeah, since this track doesn't have too much straightaway, we just have to, you know, carry our momentum in the corners. So wait, all-time dessert. Are you saying like my favorite dessert? Because I'd have to say ice cream. If you don't like ice cream, then what is wrong with you? I am joking. If you're lactose intolerant, then that's unfortunate, because ice cream is one of the greatest inventions ever made by humans. Especially chocolate. Cheesecake is also great. I agree. Whoa, that's a jump. That's a yeet. Escort's back again. But he didn't pass me. Why do I like this game with crappy graphics? And then you say play Asphalt 8. Man. You do not appreciate. This game is 20 years old and I'm playing on a PlayStation 2. That's smaller than the size of an iPad. This game came out in 2001. So, by modern standards, I don't think there is a single game, except for Gran Turismo 4, that graphically holds up today. Except this game is gorgeous. Even for modern standards. The charm, looking at a 2001 game, this was the best in class. This is one of, for 2001, one of the best graphically, one of the best games graphically. This game, Metal Gear Solid, you know, Ratchet and Clank, Silent Hill, you know, all the stuff that came out around this time. They were all top class in graphics. Let's take a look at other PS2 games from this era. No hatred. Why do I play this game? Because it's fun. It is one of the few games that have aged well in driving. If you play any other classic race game, like play an old Need for Speed, like really old, like 90s and early 2000s, the controls will feel weird. Handling will be stiff, the brakes don't seem to work. AI could be pretty unfair at times. A lot of dependencies on certain buttons that, you know, it's hard to find a good controller these days. This is one of the few games where the controls are easily pick upable. Yes, I'm good at this game. I can do all golds, but anyone can pick up this game and figure out how to drive. It's that simple. Alright, I'm gonna get my thumbnail shot in this race. That video, ooh, that might be that video's thumbnail, but I'm gonna use that somewhere. This game came out on PS4 being nostalgia. Well, how so? The thing with GT, like I said before, is every game kind of expands off each other. So GT7 is sort of like GT1, but better. We're gonna slap the turbo on. Because now we need it. Yeah, if you're coming off the 90s, the PS1 and N64, this game came out less than a year after the PS2 came out. There was nothing like it. So I don't know. If this game was ported to PS4 and just, you know, they upped the resolution and changed the textures, then it'd be great. But it will never happen. We will never see a remake or remaster of one of the classic GTs because, well, Polyphony are trying to make the next one. And this game was primarily designed for controllers. It had wheel support, but nowadays all the GTs are best experienced on a wheel. I'd argue this game's best experienced on a controller, although I haven't tried a wheel with this game. But the way the physics engine is, that's a yeet. The way this game's physics engine is, I imagine it'd be pretty tricky with the wheel. Yeah, all the veterans left Asphalt 8. Nobody from the 2016 era still plays. Nobody. I have my sub box. Everybody who played Asphalt 8, grinded it out when I was grinding it out, have all left the game. Many of them play Asphalt 9 still, but even then it's mixed at best. Taking out all those cones just because, you know, I didn't like those cones. Going pretty wide. This car is harder to drive because we have more power. Upgrade the Toyota Pod. Do we have the GT meme community in here yet? Because I notice there's like the Tiron GT posting, which has this silly stuff that all the kids love with Gran Turismo 4. And you know what? It's harmless fun. But, and then there's the BK4 community, obviously. That's kind of big. But I'm wondering if we'll ever hit that community. Whoa, that's a yeet. I feel like I'd have to make a few GT memes. And then post them around Reddit and stuff to get noticed. Isaac is Aguila, and I think he grinds both games. I know he grinds Asphalt 9, but I don't know if he grinds Asphalt 8 still. But yeah, if you want your guys, honest answer of why Asphalt 8 is dead, look at who's left from the original community. Nobody. We all left for pretty much the same reason. Because the game is dead to us. Like, there are kids who are playing video games right now who are younger than Asphalt 8. They might find it in the App Store and think it's real cool and see its huge car list and think it's really impressive and have fun with it. But then once they get to, like, you know, the actual meat of the game and realize its actual content, yeah. But in order to play Asphalt 8, you need to farm so much credits, so much fusion coins. Tokens are pretty much impossible to get now. You know what's weird? My top 5 ways to get free tokens have all of a sudden, that video is getting a lot more views lately because of how hard it is to get tokens in Asphalt. People who are still playing that game want to know how to get free tokens. And I think every single one of my methods, besides obviously don't spending and saving, every single one of those methods is obsolete because they've removed the features. They removed pretty much all the tokens from Mastery. They removed Championship Mode. They removed grinding the TLEs. There is pretty much no way to earn multiple tokens, especially like 10,000, without outright buying them. And yeah, the majority of Asphalt 8's Garage, if you're starting out new, is inaccessible unless you literally fork over like $100,000, honestly. And at that point, like, you just join the people who have modded and hacked the game, because the game is full of hackers. It is ridiculously easy to get, illegitimately, every car in the game. Carter impeded Stroll, but they only get a warning. Well, because, okay, well then that's it. That's honestly the best outcome they could have hoped for. No grid penalty. A reprimand is an official warning, basically. It's, if you get like 2 or 3 reprimands in a season, you get like a grid penalty. It's a pretty minor penalty, all things considered. I don't think anyone's actually like gotten full-on punished for having too many reprimands. No penalty points. Whoa, I dropped it. Where's the escort? The escort is so far behind that that mistake means nothing. The Stage 2 turbo is actually overpowered. Remember that first race where we just absolutely left the other guy in the dust? I think it's the AI are weak on this track. Only get 500 tokens a month. Like, do the math. That is 6,000 for a year. A year. Like, you guys realize, like, a year is like a % of your life? You have to actually give a whole number % of your life to grind for one car in Asphalt if you're going to buy it with tokens. Like, think about that. Think about that. I've spent effectively 15-20% of my life grinding Asphalt. But a year, it's a long time, but also not really, but it's a chunk of your life. And I used to play Asphalt 8 every day, and Asphalt 9 every day. I played Asphalt 8 throughout all of high school. I played Asphalt 9 through all of university. I quit Asphalt 8 because I was too busy with Asphalt 9, and then I quit Asphalt 9 because I was too busy with life. But yeah, we did race 3. And honestly, that didn't take too long, only 20 minutes. So what's our prize? Cruise and Blast. We get a Corolla. Okay. I think Carlos Sainz drove this car. Carlos Sainz Sr. Obviously. Carlos Sainz in F1, his dad. Cruisin' Blast. It's like Cruisin' USA, right? The old N64 games. I've seen the cover art for it. I haven't seen what the actual game's like. Yeah, Corolla. Not everybody's go-to car, and I think this is a pretty ugly version of the Corolla, but it's a car. So there you go. 59.1%. That's the end of the segment.